As it has been over the years during the Christmas period, the Carnival Calabar is the magnetic entertainment dragnet that brings together under one platform peoples from different parts of the world, gyrating in a convivial atmosphere, no matter the race and color. Under the watch of Governor Benayade, who is imbued with exceptional creative ingenuity and uncommon intellectual capacity, the Carnival Calabar, the bar of the festival, has been raised to very great heights in terms of organization and participation. Indeed, the Carnival Calabar has continued to receive global acclamation, and this has properly positioned Nigeria as the preferred choice in terms of tourism and entertainment in the continent and the world. A very effective public relations tool for Nigeria. The Carnival Calabar 2017 got to a reverting start at the Millennium Park Calabar with Governor Ayade, his wife, Dr. Linda Ayade, the Deputy Governor, Professor Ivara Esu, and other top functionaries and dignitaries in attendance. The Bikers Parade, which features a variety of designer power bikes and their riders from across Nigeria, is usually an interesting part of the carnival. Over 250 bikers, with Governor Benayade, his wife Linda, former Governor Donald Duke, led the very exciting Bikers Parade. According to Governor Benayade, who introduced the Bikers Parade into the Carnival Calabar entertainment menu, the Bikers Parade aims to connect at much closer quarters with the youth because of the attraction of the game itself. Governor Benayade, his wife, and former Governor Donald Duke were the major attraction of the Bikers Parade. Another interesting item that made its debut at the carnival was the motor racing. Again, an innovation by Governor Benayade, and this received an impressive buy-in. As I heard don't win, the story don't cast. Now the youngest governor, why the vex? Everybody big buck, I had a big pass. The money long pass. Oh yeah, everybody shout, yeah, yo, 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 eh. Yo, yo, yo. I had to make me shout, yeah, yo, 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 eh. Yo, yo, yo. Baby, number one, yo, 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 see you go, eh. This one a new dance. Oh, you follow me, Africa. Join your heart like this. The cultural parade of Carnival Calabar 2017 featured entries from over 26 different states of the country, with a rich display of the diverse cultures and traditions of the over 250 ethnic groups of Nigeria, divided into the east, west, south, and north of the country. With traditional music blaring in the background, the different states appeared in eye-catching attires with matching accessories that told the exciting story of the cultural heritage of the states on parade.
Everybody knows there is a special relationship between the Benin Kingdom and Calabar. Always in royal rank, a state of royalty great arts and crafts. One of the capitals of Nigeria, formerly. Very cosmopolitan city. Virtually everybody empties into Lagos. The economic capital of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Lagos State. Eko for sure. Eko Ibaje.
Major financial center.
Closely following
Island States in southwest Nigeria. Its capital is Osogbo. Bounded enough by Kwara State in the east, part by Ekiti State, and part by Ondo State. In the south by Ogun State, and in the west by Oyo State. Also created on August 27th.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up, Imo State Cultural Group. Lagos State, ladies and gentlemen, Imo State, Thank you very much.
A fresh addition to the exciting entertainment menu of the Carnival Calabar is the Miss Africa Beauty Pageant, which featured a parade of the most beautiful girls from over 15 African countries. The theme for Carnival Calabar 2017 is migration, a very thoughtful initiative by Governor Ayade in trying to bring focus around the dangers and sufferings inherent in senseless unplanned journeys by our youth abroad, where they are turned into slaves. The Libyan experience is a sad case in point.
Good evening, Africans. Good evening. This evening we are gathered here to choose that very beautiful face that will represent Africa. and tell an African story, the African narrative from the African perspective. But let me thank the international audience. We have an armada of people coming from different countries gathered here this evening. But the choice and theme of this year, it's migration. The decision to make migration as a classical subject for this course, and indeed focusing on migration for this year's Carnival, it should drive in a message that has become a burning issue. In my experience while traveling around the world, I have a very clear understanding that today, the black man, our color doesn't represent the true color we are, but because indeed, blackness is now a perception, it's a character, it's a value. It isn't a color. And what is the value ascribed to our skin? Perhaps incompetence, lack of capacity. That is the story we want to change. That is the narrative that we must reconstruct, because indeed we have to tell the African story from the African perspective. Africa is the richest continent on earth. Africa has got the best brains, most beautiful people. Africa has got humanity, it's got good conscience, it's got love. Africans understand from Afrocentric policy that you have to provide a shoulder for your weaker brother or sister to lean on. Africa has got truly a good heart that really makes you African. Therefore, an African woman's celebration is a celebration of Africa indeed. How can a continent that is awash with diamonds, gold, platinum, uranium, the list is endless, how would a continent awash with all forms of solid mineral, including crude oil and gas, be poor? How can Africa, blessed with the right climate, with the right rainfall, with the right quality of people, with the right demography, how can such a continent be poor? How can a continent that boasts of producing professors and doctors who have contributed immensely across the entire globe be seen not to be intellectually sound? How can a continent that produced and manufactured and invented the fastest computer on earth, how can that continent be said is intellectually challenged? The sarcasm and arrogance, the iconoclastic suspicion of Africa as being subhuman has come to a point where we all must change. So you must understand that we are not gathered here just to pick the most beautiful woman. We're not gathered here also to pick a beautiful woman that has a calisthenic combination of brains and beauty. But we're here to pick an African woman who truly looks African. We want an African woman that truly looks African. And that African woman who also has the growth, the feeling, the pain, the agony, the melancholy of an African woman. So I challenge the judges. Africans tell their story in our Carnival philosophy. We use dance and processional drama to tell the story. But today, we're going to use beauty to tell the story. The choice of migration, therefore, is focused on trying to tell young Africans who find themselves going through the Mediterranean Sea, through the very tough, difficult terrain to find themselves going to America and Europe, to tell them to come back to Mother Africa, where beauty, class, elegance, panache, vitality, and all that you need exist. Africa is home. Africa is indeed the right home for us to be. We must do all we can to stop our young people from going out. I am a lawyer, a professor, a senator, and governor. I have failed completely because it's part of our failure as those in leadership that have caused young Africans to start going through very perilous journeys to seek greener pastures. It is failure of leadership in Africa. God has endowed us with all that we need. It is therefore the failure of those of us who are in government.
Former Governor Donald Duke of Cross River State and his daughter put up a great performance at the Miss Africa Beauty Pageant. While the daughter was on the guitar, former governor was on the saxophone. After a long session of the contestants taking part in interviews, dance competitions and so on, the number was proned down to 10 and 5 and the last 3. Miss Botswana emerged the winner of the Miss Africa Beauty Pageant of the Carnival Calabar 2017. The major attraction of the Carnival Calabar every year is the street parade that features the different groups and bands with both traditional and contemporary music adding color to the parade. On parade traditionally yearly at the Carnival Calabar, the Seagull Band, the Master Blaster Band, and so on. The various bands and participants at the Carnival Calabar reach out for their top-of-the-range attires, embellished with exotic accessories. Celebrities in the media, music, showbiz and entertainment sectors make cameo appearances at the Carnival Calabar every year.
Everybody jump and wave, everybody jump and wave, everybody jump, and sing. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. Follow the leader, leader, leader. Get ready to move, get ready to move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, move. Move into the left, move into the left. Follow the leader, 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 follow the leader. Come on, jump to the left, jump to the right.
While our brothers traverse the Sahara Desert, African migration. Ladies and gentlemen, not only the Libyan jails, we also have here the modern day slavery in Libya. These are Libyan slaves. Energetic African males become betrothed to all white women. What is the purpose of this? They want to have permanent residence. They are seeking for green card. Marriage for green card, ladies and gentlemen. Black African migration. If they are not dishwashers, some end up as barmaids on a migration, but this migration will be the migration that will end all migrations. Ladies and gentlemen, all these beauties of feel all the people that I feel all the place. Easy fresh, come nice up the place.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Season greetings to everyone. Come celebrate, come jubilate. Come everybody, let us regulate.
Hey, I just wanna see you smile this Christmas, like you've never for a while. This Christmas, feel the joy and the love everywhere in Calabar. Everyone is
The international participation at the Carnival Calabar has continued to receive a big boost. The 2017 edition featured the parade by different countries as they showcased the beauty of their dresses.
Doing what they know how to.
Leading musicians from different parts of Africa performed at the Carnival Calabar.
see what is said. Turn around the air. They will say.
From Biscayne Communications, it's hearty cheers to the performing Governor of Cross River State, Professor Senator Ben Ayade. See you at Carnival Calabar 2018, God willing.